the pranayama, the art of breathing, has a bearing on the mind. The pranayama, how we breathe, defines our life also, health. Heavy breathing, last week I mentioned, if you are breathing heavily, that means there may be some physiological issue or psychological issue. The smoother you breathe and longer is your lifespan. I mentioned last week this harmonic effect, this cycle, the cycle, length of the cycle, inhalation and each cycle, inhale and exhale that cycle, the amplitude, the longer the wavelength, healthier is your longer is the lifespan and healthier you are. Shorter the amplitude, shorter the wavelength, the shorter the lifespan and poorer health. And also yoga text talks about the longer the length of the breath. If I am breathing, if I can breathe, when I am exhaling, if my breath is coming up to say 1 foot, 2 foot, that means it is not a good sign. As I am in calm, relaxed, my length of the breath must reduce to 1 centimeter, 1 inch, very slow. Slow inhale, slower exhale. It indicates a good health. If I can hear somebody breathing, that indicates health is not good. Very smooth inhale and smoother should be the exhale. And if I am agitated, a reactive person, last week I talked about responsible and reactive person. If I am a very reactive person, it is reflected in my breath. I am breathing very quickly, rapid breathing. When I am breathing very rapidly, my mental ability is a reactive type. I want to respond quickly. I want to give it back quickly. That is the nature, it is reflected in the breathing. I am very quick breathing and I am a reactive type. That reactive person cannot be fit to hold a higher position. May it be in the organization or in the community. It talks about, for example, mice heart rate is about 500 beats per second per minute. Mice 500 times, and they breathe around, breathing rate around 300 breaths a minute. It's if you have observe a mice, so scared, wants to run away, always busy running away here and there, never calm, very restless and very scared in life. If you look at the dogs pant up to 150 times a minute, heart rate also around 150, about 120, 150 times a minute. Dogs also quick to respond, very quick to react. Anything, wind is blowing, they start barking. When somebody goes, they are barking. They are very reactive type. And when it comes to elephants, cardiac heart rate is around 50 beats per minute. And elephants breathe around 5 to 6 times a minute. We have seen how elephant is, not at all scared, very calm. It's a gait. Gait is very nice to look at. And it's not scared, very responsible steps it is putting. If there is a thorn on the way, it measures and puts the foot somewhere. It is not in a hurry. Even in the forest, it knows where it is putting its feet. Very responsible way. If you look at a tortoise Tortoise heart rate is about 25 beats per minute, and the breathes for about 2 to 3 times a minute. It is it's a famous saying. This person is moving at a tortoise rate. That means very easy going. And slower you breathe. Tortoise live for about 200-300 years. Elephant about a century plus. And dogs about 10, 12, 13 years. Our mice 1 to 2 years. There is a correlation between your heart rate, your breathing, and your lifespan. Humans, when you are relaxed, calm, in ideal condition, humans breathe, takes 2 seconds for inhalation, 2 seconds for exhalation. In one cycle, 4 seconds. In 1 minute, 15 times we breathe. In 1 hour, 900 times. In 24 hours, 21,600 times we breathe. When we breathe 21,600 times, it is 1 day for the body. It is not the outer clock. How quickly we breathe, your days are numbered, depends on the how many 21,600 times, how long you take. Everyone is born with certain number of breaths. Our maximum capacity of in 100 years, Shatayushi Bhava, you live for 100 years, they say. 100 years is not according to the outer calendar. It is you live your full breath span. Your quota in 100 years, 777.6 million breaths. That is your maximum quota. Everyone has that one. You utilize that one. You enjoy the breath. Slowly you enjoy the breath and live long. As long as you can. You leave that one in up in the mountains, Himalayas, still yogis are there clocking many centuries. They are still in existence. It is based on the pranayama. Slower you breathe, longer you live. Slower you breathe, you become responsible. Faster you breathe, you become reactive. If you want to be a responsible householder, you must learn to breathe slowly. If you want to be a responsible community leader, you must learn to breathe slowly. If you want to be a responsible organization leader, you must learn to breathe slowly. Breathing has an effect on the mind. Breathing, asana makes the body fit. Breathing empowers the mind. Breathing empowers the mind. Calm mind. Energy recharges the mind. To become a responsible person, you need to have a stable mind. Stable mind, you can get a stability in your mind through the breathing. And Patanjali, he talks about the Shwasa Prashwasa Yogati Vichedana Pranayamaha. One, they are able to control, manipulate, extend the span, amplitude of the cycle, extending at will. That is called as pranayama. You are able to extend the amplitude. That which it is called as pranayama. And the benefit of pranayama, Patanjali talks about tatakshiyate prakasha avaranam. By doing pranayama, slow breathing, impurities, kleshas in the mind gets released. Purged out, clarity in your thinking comes. I can't think properly. My clarity is very dull. I don't have any clarity in my life. What I have to get out of this life, I have no clarity. To get the clarity in your life, you have to purify the mind. It's Patanjali says, through pranayama, you start getting clarity in your life. Tata kshiyate prakasha avaranam. I can't get the clarity. In order to get the clarity, do the pranayama. You have to do the pranayama, slow breathing. And dharanasya yogyata manasa. Patanjali says, dharanasya yogyata manasa. Your mind is fit. Pranayama prepares your mind to make it fit to take up the higher responsibility in your life. We want responsibility. We want only the titles but no responsibility. We don't want to take any responsibility in your life. If you want to become a great leader, great inspirer, and my pranayama yogyata, it prepares, nourishes you, prepares the soil for you to become a yogyata. You have earned. Many times people become managers, they haven't earned that one. It says you have earned the qualification to become a great leader. Yogyata, the dharanasya yogyata manasa. Your mind can be elevated to the higher things. Mind can be elevated to the higher things through pranayama. And the pranayama, you will acquire that one. Pranayama has 4 components. The puraka, inhalation part. Inhalation part, absorb good things in your life wherever available. Imbibe the good things. How can I imbibe the good things in my life? Through humility and the down to earth and sincerity. I should be humble. I should have a humility in my life and the devotion. I want to acquire the highest. Humility, sincerity and devotion are required to imbibe good things. And the antarkumbhaka, to hold on to antarkumbhaka means retain the breath within. Hold on to the good things as long as you can. We want to hang on to the good things as long as we can. How can I do that one? I can do the hang on to the good things. Again, sincerity, humility and devotion. I can hold on to the good things. Humility. If the arrogance is there, good things will get evaporated quickly. Rechaka part means exhale out. Release the toxins, release the impurities from you, and as quickly as you can. To release, get rid of unwanted things. So many unwanted things have come to my life. To get rid of that one, I need to get rid. Again, humility is required. Vairagya is required. Yesterday in Bhagavad Gita, I talked about Vairagya. The required. I don't want to hang on to unwanted things. Sincerity is required. Devotion is required to get rid of the negative things. And Bahya Kumbhaka means remain pure. When you release the toxins, try to maintain the purity. I can maintain the purity again through humility in my life, simplicity. Humility and simplicity is all through. Whether I'm inhaling good things, simplicity should be there. Holding on, simplicity. Exhaling, simplicity, humility. Retaining the good things, humility, sincerity and devotion. They are the messages from the pranayama. Simplicity, humility are the mark of a devotee, are the mark of a sadhak. Pranayama is teaching us. You have to be grounded, simple living and humility in life. That is the mark. It will elevate to the higher possibilities in your life. And in Bhagavad Gita, when the mind is so stable. Shri Krishna says, Sukha-dukkhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tata yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papa mavapsyasi. Shri Krishna says, when the mind is so balanced, so steady, clarity in thinking is there, for that person, his or her action doesn't result in any karmic bondages. There is no more bondages. Shri Krishna says, when you have such a clarity in thinking and stable mind, you see the success or failure equal. Sukha dukkhe same kritva, whether profit or loss, happiness or sorrow, you see it in equal level. And for that person gets liberated. Shri Krishna says, Pranayama, what it is saying, Pranayama not only helps for our good health, not only in extending our lifespan, not only making our mind calm and serene, not only elevating our minds to the higher possibilities, Shri Krishna gives another dimension. It liberates you. It helps in liberating you. No more shackles of karma. Karmas cannot bind you. So, pranayama's importance from the physical level, from the mental level to the spiritual level. It elevates our personality to the highest possible things. That is the pranayama. We'll touch upon another dimension next week.